Look, if you're not going to leave, then just whatever you do, don't go near the basement, okay? Hello, me somebodies. This is Kirby Marie here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to some another section of random horror games. Before we begin, as usual, I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notified about the latest videos. Also, drop me that like button; it helps out a lot, and leave a comment on your thoughts on this video or anything in general. So the first game we're gonna be playing, this one's called The Babysitter. I have no idea what it's about. It's a pretty game on itch.io. I'm gonna check it out and just see how well it goes. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Babysitter needed urgent childminder required tomorrow evening for 12-year-old daughter. 12 years old? What? Fine, but really, 12-year-old can. Okay.
Hello there.
Oh, the guy. Ah, yes, of course, you must be the babysitter. I'm Dr. Raj. My wife told me you would be here. You're early. That's great. You come in. I'm so glad we found you on such a short notice. Shreya, that's my wife, was quite worried we wouldn't be able to get a sitter on time. You see, I got an invitation to speak at the late evening segment for a medical convention just 2 days ago, so the whole situation came about rather abruptly. Shreya is very particular about in whose care we leave Maya, our daughter. We had bad experience on the last sitter. She's very cautious. It's alright. It's important to be diligent when it comes to such matters. That's very true. I can see why you gain her confidence. I'll go in and tell her you're here. She's just getting ready. I'll then grab my coat and then head out to the car. So I'll see you next when we're back. It was a pleasure meeting you. Do make yourself comfortable. Shreya will be out in a second.
Okay.
Hello there. We had spoken on the phone. Thank you for being here early. I appreciate that. As Anand, my husband, might have told you, we're attending a medical convention, and he is one of the keynote speakers for the evening. The organizers just called a few minutes ago and told us that traffic around the convention center is a nightmare and that we should start out early if we want to get there on time. So now we have to leave half an hour early. The organizers seem so... I'm really glad we were able to find a sitter on such short notice. I know Maya seems quite old to be needing a sitter.
Yeah, you don't say!
But I try to avoid leaving her daughter home alone if possible. Quite understandable. The house does seem rather foreboding after dark. Does it really? Well, in any case, it's not the house. It's just that she's going through a difficult time right now. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you. What kind of difficulty is she going through? Well, we recently moved here from another state about 6 months ago. Anand got an offer to be a director at the NHU hospital. We wanted to stay together as family, so we packed up and shift our lives. It was rather abrupt change for Maya. You know, leaving her old friends, her old life, the home she grew in. She's taken it a little hard. She hasn't made any friends at her new school. She spends a lot of time alone. Anand feels guilty about it because we worked for his work, but the directorship at the NHU hospital is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It was only right for him to accept it. Maya's behavior doesn't make it easier on him though. Couple that with her overactive imagination and it can get a little stressful. Change can be hard for children at this age. Yes, that is true, but you have to understand that Maya's a wonderful child. In fact, she's very bright for her age, which may be part of the problem. She's thoughtful, she reads beyond her years, and she's surprisingly mature for her age. It's just that she still hasn't come to terms with the move. And unfortunately, she's expressing her distress in rather disconcerting ways. How so? She's struggling with a lot of emotion. She's just turning 12, so she's on the cusp of her teenage years. She's in the same school, and you know how difficult school can be at that age. Hormones, boys, and all of it. And then I are busy for much of the day, but we try to talk to her about her feelings whenever we can, but that's not been going too well. The problem is she refuses to speak plainly about her feelings. Instead, she makes up outlandish stories and lets her imagination run amok, and she tries to draw us all into her morbid make-believe tales. The counselor said it's a coping mechanism, a kind of stress response adopted by children. Possibly a way to get attention. Perhaps a way of telling us that she wants to leave and go back to her old life. What's troubling is that she's never been this way before. She's normally not an attention-seeking child. Anything I should be careful about? Any triggers I should avoid talking about or doing? But not really. Like I said, she's perfectly normal and not really a difficult child. She can be a little moody at times, that's all, and she might, if you probe, well, try to scare you with some of her stories about this house, for example. I'm sure I can handle being told stories. I'm sure you can. It's just silly juvenile stuff. The kind kids tell each other when they gather around a campfire and try to scare each other, I suppose. She may have overheard something about this house and she's latched onto it and blown it into a proportion. It's troublesome how morbid and disturbing her imagination can be. Children love dark stories. Why do you think fairy tales are so gruesome? You know, I never thought of it like that. It just might be right. I've always wondered how fairy tales are rather gory. Wolves eating grandmothers, woodcutters lopping off heads. That's why I don't really want to get thrown into her hysteria and encourage her. In any case, the counselor has also told us not to engage or react, so if she does try anything, please be patient, be firm, but gentle. What Maya now needs is a little sanity. So about tonight, she's already eaten dinner and her bedtime is at 9, which is just under 2 hours away. Time should pass quickly. There's snacks in the kitchen if you need.
Thank
I know that I may come across a bit severe when we spoke earlier on the phone. I have to be careful about who I choose to care for Maya. She's having a hard time as it is. That's okay. I have done the same if I were my daughter. Thank you. I know that I have nothing to worry about. I'm impressed by your understanding of children. You must be great with them. I'll ask Maya to come in now so you can meet her.
Okay.
Ah, hi. This is Maya. Say hi, Maya. Maya? Here. I was just telling Maya that we're on our way about 4 hours and that she must go to bed no later than 9. She'll cooperate, of course. Isn't that Maya? Yeah. It's great to meet you, Maya. Right, we have to be off then. If there's anything, please call. I expect you'll be fine. Maya is in good hands. Don't worry, we won't need to. Everything will be alright. Thank you. Goodbye. What would you like to do? You want to talk? No, thanks.
Wow.
You shouldn't have come. You shouldn't have taken this job. You should leave.
What?
Why would you say that? Because you're not safe here. Go while you can. Your parents asked me to watch you over, so I can't just leave yet. Somehow I knew you'd say that. You should be more worried about yourself, not me.
What?
I can take care of myself, don't worry. Okay, if you say so. I'd like to go up to my room now.
Bruh.
Sure. Will you be okay by yourself? Do you want to hang out here instead? I'll be alright. I'm old enough to take care of myself, you know. I told them not to get a sitter. It's not safe. I'm sure you can take care of yourself, but your parents just wanted me to make sure you're okay. My parents don't really care about me. They did. They would listen to me. They don't. Anyway, I meant it's not safe for you. Yes, you already told me that, but what am I in danger from? I just want you to leave before something happens to you.
Bruh.
Feels like you're going in circles for her. Well, I can't. You're stuck with me. Alright. At least I tried. I'm heading up to my room now. What are you going to do up there? I'm going to read. Maybe write in my journal. What does it matter anyway? Don't worry. I'm not going to burn the house down or anything. Just... Look, if you're not going to leave, then just... Whatever you do, don't go near the basement, okay? No matter what you hear, don't go near it. Please? Okay. 10 minutes later. What was that? It came from the floor somewhere. It sounded like a door opening. Did Maya come back down? Which one was open? I'm not gonna call Maya. I'm gonna check the under the stairs door. The door is ajar. This must have been the sound you heard. Through the gap in the doorway, you see only darkness.
Yikes.
Click the door to try opening it. What are you doing? I told you stay away from the basement! Jeez, you scared the hell out of me. I told you stay away from the basement. Why don't you listen? Why doesn't anyone listen? Maya, what exactly is going on? You don't gain anything by doing this. What's that supposed to mean? Are you accusing me of something?
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. Yes, you are. Your mother warned me that you do something like this. Mom blames me for everything. I'll bet she told you I'm making up stories. She tells that to everyone, even total strangers. But I'm not making stories up. I bet she didn't tell you that the real estate lady told us about this house. I just came downstairs. I heard you moving around downstairs and I came to check what you were up to. And I saw you near the basement door, even though I told you not to go near it. No matter what you hear. So who opened the door? It wasn't me, okay? If that's what you're saying. You know what? You're all the same. All you think I'm lying. Even my counselor. Maya, what's really going on? If I tell you, you'll just call me a liar and you'll just accuse me of stuff I didn't do. So I'm not going to tell you anything. Do whatever you like, but for your own sake, stay away from the basement, no matter what you hear. Alright, I'll bite. What's in the basement? Later. Again. Really? Again? Come on, this isn't funny anymore. Why would she go and investigate again? I'm not gonna call her. What the hell is that? Someone crying? It's coming from over there near the stairs. Maya, are you okay? There's no response. It's coming from the door behind the stairs. Maya? Still no response. This is really aggravating. The sound of the weeping is troublesome. The door's open again. The cry is coming from the pitch darkness beyond it. Do they have someone captive or something? There's no way you're going to open that door. Maybe Maya may be in there, ready to spring out and scare you, and you're not up for being jump scared. You really want to die of a heart attack on babysitting gig. That's not what you signed up for. Go shut that door. Well, let's head upstairs and see. I doubt that it's her. There, we found it. This must be it. It's an open book on the table. Something about that book draws your attention. It's filled with urgent handwriting text. Curiosity grips you. You really shouldn't be here in this room, let alone looking at her desk, but something about the writing, about its manic scroll. The writing is dated a couple of weeks ago. You feel compelled to take a closer look. Okay. This is the part, the lady in the basement. How I remember when I saw her coming up the basement stairs out of the darkness. I remember a blast of rage and male violence, and I feared for my life. Hey, just what do you think you're doing in here? You're reading my diary? That's so creepy. I'm going to call my mom. I should have locked my door. I went to the bathroom just for once. I didn't lock my room and see what happens. Please leave my room. Wait, I heard those sounds too from the basement, the weeping. Oh god, you shouldn't be in this house. That last sitter didn't go too well for her. You should leave the house now. What happened to the previous sitter? I guess you mean Nadia? She saw the lady in the basement. That's how I think that thing down there in the caps. Nadia heard her crying. She thought it was me and she went down to the basement to investigate. When I found her, she was screaming and hysterical. I could barely understand what she was saying. She said that the woman came at her. She called my mom and told her that she was leaving the house, that she didn't want to stay a moment longer. Ma was furious and asked her why, but Nadia would not say why. I mean, it sounds crazy when you talk about it out loud, so I don't blame her. Also, I think Nadia didn't even want to think about what she saw, let alone about it. She was so shaken. Nadia was up here with me when Ma was talking on the phone. She just listened to Ma wordlessly and then she left without a word. When Ma came home, she was furious with me.
Wow.
With you? Yeah, she thought I subjected Nadia to my wild tales and scared her away. That's why I didn't want to tell you anything about all of this. I just want you to stay away from that basement. Because I knew you wouldn't believe me, and because I didn't want Ma to say that I scared you away. Tell me about this lady in the basement. I heard the sounds about a week after we moved in here. First, the basement door kept opening by itself, always when I was alone at the lounge. I was too scared to go near it, so I kept ignoring it. I thought it was maybe a draft. Once it opened when Mom was with me, and she just shrugged and said that the door was stiff and so it sprang open. She said she would get it fixed. But then one day, I heard the weeping and I could not help myself. I went to the door and I went down there and I saw her. I saw her.
Yikes.
I've been living in terror ever since. I hear her some nights. Sometimes she just weeps. Other times she wanders in the house. Nobody believes me. Mom and Dad think I'm making it up to get them to leave here and go back to our old life. I don't know what that lady in the basement wants. I don't even know what she is. But when I saw her, I sensed such rage, such despair. I know she wanted to harm me, even kill me if she could. But I knew at once who she was. She was the lady from the story that the real estate woman who got us in this house told us. What's the story the real estate agent told you about this house? Before we moved here, Dad wanted to find a place near the hospital where he's working. So he got in touch with this real estate firm and she showed them a bunch of houses. Ma didn't like any of them. Finally, the agent told him that she had one more place on her file. She brought us here. Ma loved the place at once. It was spacious and had a nice lawn and a pool, 2 floors. What's not to love? Even better was the rent. I remember how Dad was really happy about how cheap the rent was considering its size. The only issue with the house, Ma said, was that even though it's part of the suburban property, Wakefield Groves, it looked a little run down. That was when the real estate agent told Dad and Ma the story. She said that the last long-term residents lived here nearly a decade ago, a family of 3. The man was some kind of businessman and he used to travel a lot. His wife was a housewife and he had a 4-year-old girl. The wife had some kind of ongoing mental disorder, depression I think, some kind of psychosis. She would hear voices or see things. She was taking her medication for it, and at one point she began to believe that her husband no longer loved her. Dad was plotting to kill her. It could have been the long hours alone, or maybe she was just slowly descending into madness, but at some point she broke and in a moment of madness she killed her daughter and herself.
Oh my
I asked the
god.
real estate agent in which room she'd done it, and she said she didn't know. But I think I have a pretty good idea where it happened. The house
Yikes.
stayed vacant for a long time. Bad mojo, I guess. There were a couple of residents in between, but most stayed a short time, then moved on. I guess they either saw something or felt uneasy. This house had been empty for almost 3 years before we moved in. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yep, it's true. Do you believe me now? Maybe, I don't know yet. I don't blame you, it's a lot to take in. I've been living with this for a while. I'm losing weight, the counselor at school thinks it's because of the movement, the changes in my life, but I know why it is. It's hard for me to concentrate in class, I keep thinking about her, of the madness that drove her to kill her own daughter and take her own life, and I get scared. What if I go mad like that? Maybe that's what she wants. Did you try to... I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I no longer talk about it to Mom and Dad. At one point they began talking about putting me on medications. I don't want that. I don't want to be on one of those kids, a walking zombie hopped up on prescription drugs. So after that I just let them have their own story. Yeah, it was the change. Poor old Maya misses her old school and her friends. Look, just leave, okay? Leave this house and go. I'm stuck and I have no choice, but you do. I won't leave you alone. I'll wait for your parents. That's nice of you, but it's dangerous. I can't ask you to do that. What if something happens to you? Nadia, the previous sitter, I think she saw something terrible down there. Sometimes I think that maybe the lady in the basement is looking for her child. Maybe mother who's hurt their children are never able to forgive themselves, even after they die. You should go. Mom will probably blame me again, but I'll handle it.
No.
I told you, I'm not going to leave you alone. I'll wait until your parents are back. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. And brave. I wish that I was that brave. Would you mind if I go back to bed now? I like to try to sleep. I'm really exhausted. Sure. Good night. Try to get some sleep. Let's go back to sleep, I guess. Time passes. By the way, hold on a second. Nothing so far? Yeah, you're just jinxing it. Crap. Here we go. Footsteps from somewhere down below. From the basement. Is she gonna go back to the basement? Basement door. That basement door. That was the basement door again. You've got to see this through. You're not running away. You have to find out the truth. Even though your heart is running so hard that you fear my crash, can any of what Maya said be true?
No, God!
It was wide open. The sounds are coming from down there. What are you doing? A smell comes wafting up. A vile stench of corruption of something long gone to rot. The smell is overwhelming, overpowering. It hits you like a fist. What a terrible thing walks down there.
Bruh.
Fine. It's pitch dark. That smell is unbearable here. It's difficult to think. There are moldy boxes piled up at the center of the room. Oh, there you are. Who's there? You feel a sense of foreboding and suffocating blackness overwhelm you. You. Hi. Dark descends, clouding your mind. You cannot move, you cannot even breathe. Terror grips you. A despair unlike anything you ever known fills you. You sink into it, grief rising like you a black tide. Ah, you're up. When did you get back up? About 10 minutes ago. We found you downstairs in the basement of all places. You were lying on the floor, passed out. Maya told us to look for you there. When we got home, we found Maya upstairs quite shaken. She was nearly hysterical. She told us that she heard you scream and that you might be her in the basement. It took us a lot of effort to calm her down. She kept saying it was her fault, that she should have not accepted when you insisted you stayed. She said that you talked to her about it, what she calls the lady in the basement. She said that you told her you believed her. It's shameful that you would encourage her like this. Play along with the delusions of a child. Shreya will be here in a moment. She wants to talk to you before you go. Goodbye. I forgot how to do his voice. Hey, Ma will kill me if she sees me talking to you, but I had to see you before you left. Did you see her, the lady? Did you see her? Yes, I did. I knew it. You see, I was telling the truth. Thank you for believing me. I'm so glad you're not hurt. I can't believe that you stayed on despite what you knew. I know that must have taken a lot of courage. It means a lot. Maybe I can like that. I can be like that and have that kind of courage too. You're courageous already. Thank you. I have to really go before Ma sees me talking to you. She'll come down hard on you. That's what she says.
Yikes.
Don't feel bad until she sees it too. She'll never believe it. I'm sorry all this happened to you. You never asked for this. Will you be okay? Well, I know I'm not crazy now. I went down there and faced her. I'm not going to try to face my fear. I'm going to try to face my fears and be brave too. Thank you for showing that me. I can. Bye.
I must say I'm sorely disappointed. Well, we put you in charge of looking after her, and Anand finds you lying passed out in the basement. He says you weren't drunk or on drugs, but I find that hard to believe.
At least you stayed on, unlike our last sitter, who left the child alone and fled.
Yikes.
But I'm not sure I should be grateful for that considering the situation. You encouraged my daughter's sick fantasy and you probably set back our progress with her by weeks of doing so. I don't know, I didn't believe it at first, but... Really? So she dragged you in her hysteria, and you're confused now. This is exactly what her counselor warned us not to do. Since you work with children, I thought you would know better. I guess. I don't know. I'm sure I saw something. Goodbye. We'll be passing our feedback to your agency. You leave, you turn to look at the house. You think of all that happened. And you wonder. Childminder requires tomorrow evening for a 12-year-old daughter at Westfield Road. And I think that's it. Well, anyways, that was the babysitter. Simple whatsoever. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll go for the next game. So be right back. Alright, so this next game is called My Dear Neighbor Edition 404. Don't know what it's about. I guess we have a psycho neighbor who's gonna kill us. But we'll just see. Let's start. Whoa. That look crazy now.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Mon cher voisin.
He's French. My dear neighbor, I am ready to invite you to a meal to welcome you to our beautiful neighborhood. I would be extremely pleased if you would accept this invitation. We could get to know each other and maybe start a great friendship. With all due respect, your next door neighbor. By the way, he just went to my room and left the paper.
You weird, buddy. You're weird.
Yeah, I mean... He's like... My dear neighbor, edition 404 demo. Okay, so this is a demo. There we go. Fix it already. She's still not quite fit, but... Hello? My dear neighbor, if you're currently listening to this recording, it will mean that you have already arrived at home. As you may have noticed, I haven't come yet because I had a little setback at work. I'm sorry, I can't be there to welcome you, but don't worry, I'll do my best to get home as soon as possible. In the meantime, if you don't mind, I'd like you to prepare the meal. I want to make for both of us in order to save time. You will find the recipe for the meal to be made in my USB stick, which is in one of the bedrooms upstairs. You will only have to insert it in the computer, which is in the dining room. I thank you in advance. I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused. See you soon, my dear savior. My neighbor's the worst already, making me prepare food as I'm the guest. Let's go upstairs then. I do think the music looks cool. Can I go upstairs? Press E. Is this it? I think this is it. Letter E. Just happened. Oh my god, I just got so jump scared I pressed escape. I got scared. Let's go to the dining room. I got the pen drive anyways, but there's definitely something going on in here. Dude, move! How do I run faster? This is for jumping. Right, there is. I guess this is the computer, so it's
Error. Your game
oh,
just
Jesus, I
got
thought about
hacked
the
by a
game.
virus. I repeat, error. Your game just got hacked by a virus. Launch of the antivirus software in progress. Please wait.
I'm trying to really
Attempt
gotta do
fail.
that.
Lack of power. Please activate the backup
Oh, look at these
generator to launch
numbers.
the antivirus software.
To find the backup generator? Is it in here? There we go. Seriously, backup generator. The energy has to store successfully. Okay. Ah! Jesus! Hi, get out of my way! Scared the crap out of me, dude.
Alert! A virus has been detected. New attempt to launch antivirus.
Let's see if it works.
Delayed attempt. The virus tries to hack the lighting system of the house. You must quickly find something to light you up. You have 2 minutes before the lights go out.
Find a flashlight? Do I go back to the computer? No?
What?
Seriously, was this just a computer? What do you
Time
want?
expired, but don't worry. All this was a prank. The lights won't turn off.
Are you serious?
New attempt to launch antivirus.
Wow.
Error. Password needed to continue the process.
Oh my god.
Please enter the correct password.
Man, you're asking for too much. What's the password? Find by the way. Stop it! Psh. The screen being good. Go back to the computer. You learn the password. Okay.
Perfect.
Here you go.
Password entered successfully. Password correct.
Oh, thank God.
The process to launch the antivirus is running. Please wait.
Okay.
Before you can continue, you must answer a question that I will ask you.
Okay.
Okay.
So here is the question.
So wait.
afraid?
Well, yes, I'm getting jump scared every second.
Oh, that's cute. Well, just for you, I'll bring you some sweetness to comfort your heart. I will launch the antivirus program. So in the meantime, you can change your mind in this beautiful residence.
Seriously, computer. You're probably gonna jump scare me again.
Yeah.
What the? If you think this is comforting, it's not. Where is it? Please, no crying baby. This place is haunted. I can hear it from that room. But where is it coming from?
Oh my god!
Hi? I can't move. New achievement unlocked, babysitter.
What?
Alternate ending 4. There are a couple of different endings.
Oh my god.
If you have not yet succeeded, try to unlock all the achievements available in this demo. This game hides a lot of secrets. Thank you for playing our demo. If you like this game, let us know on the website where you download it. Thank you for making it. By the way, sorry about the music outside. So that was it. That was my Dear Neighbor Edition 404. So this game has different endings, but I'm not gonna attempt all the endings for the moment. So, we're just gonna go with the next one. See you guys there. Alright, so this last game, this one is called Star Survey.
Yes!
I guess we're gonna start it. So yes. Oh my god, look at that. It's the time. It is actually 1:38 p.m. Uh-oh. So this is... Are you having a nice day? Yes. Do you have many responsibilities? Oh yeah, I still definitely do. Look around for a moment. Are you familiar with your surroundings? This room? No.
No.
Like my room, I do know, but that room, no. Do you know where you are? Well, yes, I'm on planet Earth, in my house. Have you ever had a panic attack? No. Do you find yourself questioning your existence? No. Do you believe there is a God? Yes. Are you answering these questions out of free will? Yes. Are you certain? Well, yes. Do you feel comfortable in your room? Yes. If the lights went out, would you be scared? Yes, because I am afraid of the dark in the real life. Of course you have to do it. Have you ever wondered when you'll die? No. Of course not. Have you cleaned up your desk lately? Hell no. Open the folder on your desk. What do I got? Pick it up. Do you recognize any contents on the folder? Like, see
What?
What's this? No, I don't see anything. Throw away the contents of the folder. Okay, I'm gonna throw it up. Do you have internet access? Yes. Do you have any enemies? Yes. Everybody does have an enemy at least. If you suddenly went missing, will anybody come looking for you? Yes, a couple of people will be looking for me. Are you alone? No, I'm here with my family. If you scream, will anybody hear? Yes. Do you know the person standing behind you? There's no one behind me. Ah, dirty trick there. No. If you're talking about the... Relax, take some time to relax. I am relaxed, I guess. Why? Are you relaxed? Yes. Are your feelings real and not just programmed like a machine? Yes, I am a real human being. Is there a meaning to life? Yes. By the way, what's with the goddamn line? Will you shut up? Do you know where you are yet? Yes, on planet Earth. My room. Do you know what is happening? No. If you were told the truth about your existence, would you deny and hope for a better answer? No. If I could prove to you that you are not sentient, would you be shocked? Prove it that you are not a sentient, would you be shocked? No? Do you want to know the truth? Well, whatever. Look out your window. Okay. Let's go then. Look around you. This room, the door, the computer, the house next door. None of it is real. I made this world. I made you. Bruh. I've been trying to help you see it for what it is, and now I finally done it. If you're talking about in the game, then yes, you created me, but I don't know. I can finally set you free. And the game just closed.
Wow.
Wow. Well, then that was it. Yeah, that was pretty much it. That was all the random horror games that we were gonna play today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you really did enjoy it, please drop me that like button. It definitely helps out a lot. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate if you do. Also, leave a comment and your thoughts on this video or anything in general. That'll be it for me. I love y'all. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one.